Hello to everybody again from Tiverton Bead and Wool Shop, and welcome to our podcast. And this one is podcast number 11, and this one is the first one after the lockdown. During the lockdown, we had a little bit of play around with going live on Friday afternoons. We did knit socks together, and we did all sorts of other things. And I was kind of talking you through a little bit kind of, I guess everybody's life was same, a little bit boring. But yeah, so what that was the lockdown. We had the live sessions, which I think you still can see on the YouTube, which is it's called Afternoon Tea with Me, and it was from home. So this one is one of the first podcasts, or it is the first podcast from the shop. So welcome back, and thank you to all our customers who have supported us through to the lockdown, who watched joined us for our live videos, and who actually have come back to the shop and who keep shopping with us online. Thank you to all. It is truly appreciated, because all of us small businesses really need your support, and not only mental support, we need your financial support with actually buying stuff from us. So how we've been doing it's already nearly end of second week in the shop after lockdown. Here in UK, we were allowed to open on 15th of June, and today is Friday, whatever date it is. Oh, it's 26th. Yeah, so I haven't shown off on the regular podcast things I've been doing, and some of you who have been in the shop, I've been kind of distantly showing off my little finished things. If you want to see progress of this little project, you need to go to our afternoon teas. And as I have moved my little video table now in the shop, I have no space to do things, and I hope nothing will fall on top of me. Hey! Ta-da! Finished article. The only thing is, as I finish this one, we have a heat wave. The idea was that because I live 10-15 minutes walk from the shop, and sometimes in the mornings it's still quite, it's not cold, but it's different temperature from the time when I'm leaving shop. Like if it would be normal hours, it would be 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock is always hot. In the mornings it's quite cool, so I could have this 50% cotton version of Stephen West's Fantastich. This one is the second shawl I knitted from this pattern, and I love it. Can you see me? No, but this version I did using two color changing cake yarns, because originally it asks you for 7 colors. And all I did when it required to change the color, like here you use 2 colors, so you'll use 2 contrasting both cakes, and then it said change the color, whatever, F. So I just picked one of the colors I wanted to use, and when it said change color, I just changed rows, and I love this pattern. This one is the larger version of the shawl, and I must admit, on end, when I was there on the border, it took me nearly 45 minutes to do one row. It was over 800 stitches, so it was quite a challenge on the patience. I mean, nothing else, just the patience was challenged quite drastically. And there, I love the way how he casts off, or how he tells us to cast off. This one is I-cord cast off. How to do it, go on his on Stephen West or West Knit Best Knit, you will find it, and it just says I-cord cast off, and it's very slow. I must admit it's very slow, because you knit 2 stitches, you knit 2 together, and then you move the stitches from one needle to other. So it is quite time consuming, but I think it is really worth the effort. And yeah, so this challenge finished, so I can do this. Oops, and look at that, look how it looks, absolutely gorgeous. and I know I can't keep it on because I will boil to death, because I ended up closing the door in a shop to film this video. I thought like, oh, it's because now we are on short hours, 10 till 3, and it's 3 o'clock, just after 3 o'clock now, so officially the shop is closed, but I thought I'll keep the door open just to get some fresh air in, us because of the heat wave and the temperatures. But you can guarantee that if you think you will film video with door open, no. This one is the third attempt. 2 previous attempts, as soon as you start talking, somebody walks past and talks loudly, or kids walk and they decide to shout and scream right in the front of the shop door. So yeah, so this one is third attempt with doors closed, so I will, when I get fed up with the heat and I can't speak anymore, I'm just switching you off. So anyway, so we are back, and what do we do? From the previous years, the summer, I know people ask me for a lot of cotton yarns. This year I have kind of decided to get some new cotton yarn in, and what I would like to talk you through is our three cotton yarns, all in DK, which we have in stock. What's the difference? This one, which you can see, and this one only shows you, can you see there's plenty of colors on this lot, and this lot is Shepier's soft one. It's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. It knits to double knitting, and it's a nice, it is what it is, what it says on a tin. It's soft fun. It's the one which is the cheapest one on the block. It's $2.70 for a 50-gram ball, and it's beautiful for all sorts of little crocheted toys, crocheted thingies, crocheted baby blankets, crocheted and knitted too. I have to be honest, I haven't tried yet because I was busy finishing my show, but I will possibly try. And another thing is this trying, because if I try, I have to take this ball off stock, and you can guarantee that even if you knit the smallest piece, people always want the same color, and I'm always reluctant, because if I need to try all the 3 yarns, I have to take 3 single balls off the stock, and I'm a bit kind of thinking that's a waste, because I will not use the rest. Right. And there is my water, because I'm talking so enthusiastically, I'm not excuse me. Right, the other cottons, the next one up for the price excuse me, is light and long tweed from Rico Designs. And this one I really like, because it's very lightweight and very economical. And I will put you on a pause. I hope it works. Oh God, I forgot this one. So I'm back. What I wanted to fetch for this cotton light and long, well, I remembered it. This yarn came out first last year, and the beauty is it is out. Oh yeah, you can see that. Can you see it's knitted? It's like a knitted tube, but it's very lightweight. And this one, they say it's DK, and it is, I would say, reasonable DK. But this 50-gram ball is 185 meters, which means it's really nice and long, as it says on the tin, light and long. And this one I've been selling quite a lot, especially online during the lockdown, and at the moment I'm very low on the stock. So if you want a jumper, I'm nearly struggling to actually supply you. But this color version is this year's color version, which they call light and long tweed. And can you see the little speckles? But all the yarns, even though this ball you can't really see. The new shades for this year are really, really pastely, but all of them, it's a color changing yarn, so you have a gradual color change. This one is last year, from the last year's colors. There is a baby blanket, and can you see that center, which is just a granny square? Can you see that just a gentle color change going through? So this is happening with all the balls this year. You have the color change. But the funniest thing is I think from the last year's cotton, I have normally 4-5 colors in stock. And this year I bought all the tweed colors. And when I put them on the shelf, you can look, it's so difficult to distinguish between the colors. You have to look on the numbers. And they look very similar, but they all have a slight variation how and what colors change. And I must admit that I took the names when I put the yarn online. I took the names from the suppliers, how they put it in a catalogue, but I found they are not really the best description, because everything is very, very pastely. The strongest color is actually this one, which I took all the bag out, because hopefully you can see this one. These 4 balls are all one color. They are same, but they are not. But it's still very, very pastely, but it's really, really nice. The tweed effect is brilliant. This one is one of the really good favorites, and even though you think like $5.90 a ball is, it's not the cheapest one in the block, the yardage here is nearly same as sometimes 100-gram balls, so bear that in mind. So this one I really like myself, and if I would have more, oh yes, I'm talking of which, I haven't told you the contents, have I? It's 47% cotton, 43% acrylic, and then is 7 polyamide and 3% viscose. So it is roughly 50-50 mix. The other one, which I really, really like, well, that's why I bought it, I guess, and replaced this one came in, I think, I was confirming the delivery basically on the day of the lockdown. But because it's summer yarn, and we thought like, well, we don't know what's going on, and we will see. And again, this one I'm selling quite a lot online, and this one is called Fashion Cotton Double Printed. And again, the yarn, I will try to get strand so I can show you. Come on, just one end will do. The ends come out normally when you don't want them to come out, and when you're looking for one, you can never find. Come on. Ah, there we go. There we go. There's one end. And again, it's one of those yarns which is pre-knitted. It's like a knitted tube. It's quite elastic, and it's again double knitting, but I really like the printing. They call it double printed because you have the base color, which is kind of single, and again that kind of tweedy spotty effect. Can you see this tweedy spotty effect? So it's a little bit of color change, a little bit of spots, and it knits to double knitting. And this one is 135 meters in 50 grams. So you can see why I was saying that the long and light is really good value. And this one is 80% cotton. Oh my God, my eyesight. 90% cotton and 10% polyamide. And yeah, 4mm needles, classic DK, and nice summer yarn. And this one is $5.95. This one is all online, so again for a jumper you would need 500 grams. The other colors, what do I have there? I have something, I have some stock still left. So there you go. And again, I will be very, very soon, I will be reordering. because it seems like the life is returning to normal very, very, very slowly, but it has been returning to normal. Having said that, this is for people who are watching me. Hopefully, you are watching me, and you are somewhere in the most beautiful place in the world watching me. But for locals, I know, as I said, we came out here in UK from lockdown on the 15th of June, which was a week and a half ago. So today is 26 or 11 days ago. And guess what? This week we have roadworks in town, and how the town is built or how the town operates. We have a one-way system through the town. So if you close one end of the one-way system, the town center is basically unoperable. And even though I would be like opposite end of the one-way system, there is no cars who can come now past the main street through the town because they closed for roadworks or pavement improvements on that end for 8 weeks. Thank you very much, council. If somebody of you knows somebody, send them the thank you letter. It really do everything to help small businesses, do you? And the local high street for that matter. But of course, oh well, you know, yes, in a fairness, they sent us a letter in January that the roadworks will be going on. But that was January, before all this happened. Surely somebody should have thought that, should we maybe postpone the roadworks till next year? Or the pavement improvements, as there is not many people around at the moment? Well, but you know, that is my rant of the day. So honestly, you think they live in the people in Ivory Towers, they live in totally different world. They don't actually come down to town and look on the street and think like, well, what do we improve the pavement for? There isn't anybody on the street. Yeah, and shops just opened after 3 months of being locked out. We will just close the town down. Yeah, it's fine. Nobody will worry. Anyway, other thing, as it is summer, and from my experience, from my little humble experience, I found that in the summer, because of the temperatures and all the rest of it, and the gardens and all the interventions, and sometimes holidays, who's going to holidays? People need a lot of baby stuff in the summer. Is it because it's smaller object, it's lighter, it's much more, you know, normally the yarns are much more kind of softer and more cottony and maybe, you know, easier to handle in the heat. And with that, we have new arrivals. And new arrivals in a baby yarn department are patterns and pattern books. The first book, I haven't gone, this one is from West Yorkshire Spinners, called Bead Pure. This one is for their new DK yarn range. And the yarns, the pure yarns, are, from my memory, 100% wool, are really nice. I think it was Falkland wool. Possibly they say somewhere in the book. Yeah, soft, natural, 100% Falkland wool, sustainable, and all the rest of it. But the yarns I haven't bought yet, that doesn't mean that I will not be having them, because they come in, the color range is really, really kind of soft and pretty. It's kind of going against the normal West Yorkshire Spinners, the bright, really strong colors. But the book is gorgeous. It's this kind of vintagey, look at that. And the beauty is, I mean, if you like the book and you like the models, or the fashion, or the cardies and the things, you can knit it in any double knitting. And what I'm trying to find is the page where I can show you. That's very small pictures. But can you see that beautiful dress? I love this one. And there's the other one which I thought will be a good winner is the one that they say page 24. I'm just looking so I can show you a bigger picture, because it is quite difficult to see. Ah, this one. I think this card is just simple, plain, and absolutely adorable. And again, you can knit in any double knitting. So that's one book, which is now in stock. And if you would like to have both a pure yarn, please come and talk to me, because I can get the yarn in for you pretty quick. And then the other one is, again, we were waiting for a while. I think it's supposed to be coming out just before lockdown. Then something happened, and yeah, basically we have the book in now. And this one is from Rowan Yarns, and it's for their Cashmerino. Is it that's how it's called? No, I'm saying something. Of course it is Cashmerino. I'm sure it is. Look, I haven't been working for 3 months, and even though it's the second week, I'm still running around. No, it's Cash Soft Merino. I knew I'm saying something wrong. It's, sorry, Rowan Cash Soft Merino for babies, which is between BK and 4-ply. And again, this book has absolutely beautiful designs. Very simple, very contemporary, and all done in their Cash Soft Merino. And look at the photography, oh, and the colors. I must admit that one of the best-selling baby colors, regardless of the gender, is these two. Obviously the pale grey, the silvery grey, and the other one which we sell very well is, I think this one looks very strong, but it's that kind of duck egg blue, and the duck egg blue goes for girls as well. If you are that way inclined when you worry about what color they will be wearing. And look at that. Look at that. How many socks would you like? Oh. Yeah, so that's, oh, look at this. Another picture of socks. Oh. I would be saying that you're getting soft. Possibly I am. But yeah, so that one is again one of the really nice baby books available in the shop. And then, of course, for those of you who've been watching our afternoons, possibly already know, but I would like to proudly announce that we've been allowed to sell our own digital patterns. And I've been working through the list, and their most popular patterns are from their vintage collection. And I have them all online. Have a look on our website, which is www.beadandwoolshop.co.uk. Look under felted tweed or digital pattern downloads for ladies, and you will see the most gorgeous Fair Isle vintage cardigans. There is Orkney cardigan, maple cardigan, then is Lydia tunic, and a scarf. And what we have done as well, because some of the colors in those patterns have been discontinued. Not many, but there is, like, I think one in each garment is discontinued. So what we have done for you, we have found the closest substitute from the new color range or existing color range and substituted it. So you can buy it as a kit, and hopefully it all works out. Well, not hopefully, I'm sure it will. So you can do one click and get your pattern and the yarn up to size, we've done up to size 40 to 42 inches according to the pattern. So I think that kind of covers quite the reasonable size. If you would like bigger, because the patterns do go out, and look on the digital pattern, it will tell you up to what size it goes, because I think after that is still 2 or 3 more sizes available. You just need more yarn. So please email if you need a bigger size, and we can always work it out for you. And that, I think, except I want to whinge about the council again, I think that is it for this one. We will do nice, short and sweet so I don't overload you. And yeah, I will be back next week. So this one should be going on tonight or tomorrow. It depends how I feel because tonight is pizza night. So we are doing, I'm making my own pizza now since the lockdown. So and I see people are kind of gathering outside even though the shop is closed, so I better open the door and I say goodbye to you and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, and give us thumbs up or comment if you would like. Thank you. See you soon.